Alright, hello everyone and welcome to the Sunday afternoon stream. I've just had me a little bit of a panic attack looking at the fact that all of our fuel is starting to run low. It means that there's a very high chance that we're going to start running out of power before too long. Hoped we could have maybe gotten some uranium ore processing going by now, but it would seem as though fate is not that kind. Where are we? We are... those things. Those are radio... all the load lag. All the loading lag from all the machines. Yes, please, hit me with it all. Get it over. All the gas filters, gas masks. Trying to remember what I was going to be working. Let's head over here into storage and check crafting. See what we... radio control unit. Aluminum casings. Computers. Oscillator. Multi messaged me saying he'll be on in a few minutes. I can have him get onto those oscillator. Start working with those. Yes, we're gonna... I guess what I'll have to do is I'll have to have Lady start extending out this platform so we can expand the number of manufacturers available. Start some of these other things. At least routing stuff around to go. Meantime, what am I gonna do? What I might do in the meantime, I run over here like a rogue agent. Grab a bunch of rubber. Ah, can't fit. Okay. Round we go. Wrong button. Grab a bunch of this stuff. Need fuel. So... make some space on that belt. Rubber plant to get going. I'm just going to feed a bunch of this rubber into the awesome sink thing. That's a long way. Yeah, how big this factory is now. Think back to our very earliest days. It took us a couple of seconds to run from one end to the other. Put this... hold anything. Rock quartz in it. Tie that in real fast. pumping this rubber again. Already running mark. It's fine. Bunch of printable coupons. Bunch of standard points per minute, so that's good. Let that run. Should hopefully open up the option of, could have a lot of rubber moving now, and it'll hopefully, at least for a little while, open up the ability for the refineries to keep working. Making rubber. But I'll think of the same thing with plastic. Grab a bunch of plastic and just make sure that we have all those refineries full tilt for a while. Go some extra awesome sync points. Lady will be along in a minute. She needs to change. There were some delays in getting started. It's why I'm a little bit late today. Stuff happens in life. Alright. That should have all those belts cleared up. All those refineries should be running more or less full tilt. If not full tilt. Start producing fuel, which means reserves are going to start falling. We have that full station of plastic down there. It's definitely going to be hindering how much plastic is being made out here. But rubber should still be running strong. Only have the one rubber. Only this stuff is file back. Maybe a bit. Refineries are all at least running it. Alright, well this is now getting filled up on a more routine basis. The lines are basically it's a tad worrisome. A bit. Oh, because we have this one making also making. Hey, those other refineries do make refineries, they do make fuel using while making the polymer resin. So we'll be okay. If not, I can always just add more stuff to the awesome sink. Alright. In the meantime, think about where I want to go. Actually, I guess while I'm still waiting for my co-hosts to all show up, I guess the least I can start doing is start expanding the platform for the manufacturer. A little bit of concrete, plenty of iron plates. I need still stored over this way. No, it doesn't look. Back over to storage. Oh. See? Concrete beams. Correctly, it was. Yes, it is. Oh, nice big ol' container full of concrete. All right. Start here. Expand this out this way. Here. Go. Straight up to this cliff here. Things not getting any plastic. Plastic. All the plastic going if it's not coming. Oh, that's why. Alright, well, I found one of those jams that got clogged. more thing. It's not getting any cable. Getting no... barely any cable for it to get. Okay. Guess that might be something I need to... pick proper... Actually... I think... an alternative cable recipe. Insulated cable... alternative quick wired cable. Same things? I can test that. Let's go see if we can make some of this quick wire cable. Insulated wire cable here. Crafting table. See if I can stick it on the cable slot on that manufacturer. I can't do alternative recipes. Okay. Testing time it is then. Power hole. Assembler. Slot. Stack. Dump all. I think it is, because it's just cable. Yeah, it's a cable recipe. Okay. I think I know a way that we can...
What?
Cable.
Sorry, I've finished tip number 3. Are you feeling stuck? Are you lost? Is the entire world against you? Inform ADA so we can replace your brain's reward center.
That's that sounds pretty typical for this game's loading screens.
Yep.
Hi, welcome to the stream, by the way.
Just, hi, I'm loading in.
All right.
Sorry, I had to say it before it switched. Sometimes it switches. But so far it's still there. But I was afraid it would go away before I said it, so I had to say that first.
Yeah.
Making the macroscopic microscopic. Okay.
Here's the computer. That's the one that's short.
It's on the top floor. That's what I can say. I think. See,
I was just thinking outside to
my.
myself. I was thinking out loud to myself.
Oh.
That's all I was doing.
And I'm answering your inside voice then.
So I think I found a way for us to be able to boost our cable production.
Yeah?
So I have found a... We researched probably a while back an alternative recipe for cable called insulated quick wire cable. It uses a little bit of rubber and deuterium wire, and it makes cable. We happen to have 12 bajillion deuterium wire just laying around, and we need something that's going to use rubber. Because the rubber production and those refineries were all backed up and shut down, and we were starting to run out of fuel. The start just now, today, I took a bunch of plastic and I took a bunch of rubber and I dumped it into the awesome sink. Just so I could make room on the conveyor belts to get that production going again so we didn't run out of power. We're doing pretty solidly. Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
I made a thing last time.
I see the gas mask filter.
That too. I don't know what the other thing. If I
Oh,
don't know
is the yellow
Yellow.
the yellow? Yeah, okay, the hazmat suit.
if it's a hazmat suit. I'm not using. I just have it on at the moment. I made it recently.
Okay, does it go
Yes,
in
I
the,
also have the gas mask as well. Yes.
that goes in the hazmat suit goes in the body slot, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And gas mask goes in the head slot.
Okay. Cool. Well,
Do you have a gas mask yet?
I don't actually.
Here, you should try putting this on. Here. It's kind of funny. Now, the real thing happens when you actually go in a gassy place. You should see what that's like.
All right. I know exactly where I can go to a gassy place.
Yeah, there's one just to the east of our main base.
Yeah, there's a bunch of poison plants right down here. Oh wait, I don't have any filters.
Oh, come back. Hold on, where are you?
I'm down by the power plants.
Yeah, hold on, I'm almost there.
Yeah, it suddenly dawned on me. I start taking damage. I'm like,
Yeah,
wait,
good
what?
thing.
Like, oh
Hold on,
wait, I
where are
need
you?
filters.
Okay. Hold on. Filters. Here you go. Gas filter.
You? They auto equip, right?
Yeah, it's just, you have them in the inventory. It's like fuel.
Okay.
Just give it a minute. I gotta get out of there. It's too close.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm seeing like the weird wavy effects. Oh, there's a timer on the
Yeah, because it's gas filters are consumed.
consumable. Yeah. So okay.
You hear the sound?
Yes.
So what do you think? You've worn gas filter mask before?
Mm-hmm.
So how accurate is it, dear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can't understand you when you do that.
Well then that's the experience of wearing a gas mask. Here you go. You can have them back. I'll make my own.
So is it how accurate is it?
It's pretty good.
Included both the visual part and the sound.
Actually, in this game, it feels a lot clearer wearing the gas mask in this game than it does in real life.
I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. Would it be terrible if I built something around our third party that isn't here yet? Like, just
You know
like
what? Knock
something
yourself
funny,
out.
like, just something funny, like, I don't know. Think about it for a minute.
Knock yourself out.
Walls or something. Just something funny. Let's see. What would be funny? I thought of something funny to put around him. This is kind of funny.
Well, it's nice to know you're having fun.
I'm using mergers. Boxing them in with mergers. Because they can cut out, they can clip into the foundation a little too.
Mm-hmm.
Then see if we can stick like a foundation or something on top of it.
Alrighty. Trying to think. You know what? I'm gonna give you the project. Honey. We need to expand our cable making capacity. So I'm going to assign you the task of setting up an assembly line running rubber and caterium wire the cable bus.
Okay. Okay, I'm done.
Let's go look at this beautiful art.
It's not beautiful, but it's effective.
Where do I have to go to see this anymore?
On the ramp.
I know. I'm trying to find I'm by the space elevator. Where's the ramp? Oh, there it is. Behind me.
What you think?
Needs a foot. There we go.
What'd you do?
Put a foot on top of it.
Okay, that's kind of funny. There's some little corners here. I'm just noticing. Maybe I could see if it'll let me do. Nope. I was hoping maybe it would let me do pillars.
All right. Just for my own sanity, you understand your assignment, correct?
Yeah. You know me well! Okay. Something about a cable and caterium wire to some storage bus thing, but I didn't know exactly where you meant.
Okay, so you know that we do have the main cable bus in the belt stack.
First, let me clarify. By cable, you mean the copper wire that is covered in rubber, correct?
Yes.
Okay, just clarifying, because there was at some point you were calling wire and cable the same name, so I had to clarify.
But we have a recipe for an alternate recipe for cheap cable, and it's caterium wire with rubber. We need to start using more rubber, and we need more cable, and we haven't done anything with the caterium wire.
Hold for a second. Why do we need more cable? Do we really?
Well, because the bus is completely empty.
I'm coming over there. Is it? Which one? Let's see. Where's cable coming in on?
I'm at the manufacturer for the computers, and barely any cable getting over here.
Okay, hold on. Oh, what? Okay. Okay. Which machine?
Am I on your compass or no? Hi. I'm up here on the splitter.
that is belt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's belt 6. Oh yeah, because it's being split to making automated wiring too.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's high demand.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
But we're gonna be needing computers for this, for the radio control units.
No, it's fine. I was just I wanted to trace the line. I think it's on the copper floor, but I wanted to make sure. Okay. Well, I also wanted to check and make sure it wasn't a problem up there too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, luckily it's on the floor that we have lots of room. So, okay. First of all, where's this coming in at? Oh, copper. Hold on. What's going on here? Actually, we have a problem. I think.
What?
We have a belt down here that is chock full of cable that is going nowhere.
Oh yeah, the one that goes over to the assemblers over by the space elevator.
Oh, not exactly. There's some being split off to some other machines over here. It's going to those machines, not from them. I got confused which way it was going.
Oh.
What? Just gonna check what these machines are. What are these doing? These are like way off to the side. Wait, where are these making automated wiring? Automated wiring, versatile framework, smart plating. There are 3 machines off to the side.
Those might have been the original ones that we did for the milestone.
Okay, because they're way off to the side. They're like next to the elevator, actually.
Yeah, that
is strange. Okay, well, it's not taking any more than that. It's just sitting there.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's some going to a container over here that is not going anywhere because it's probably full. Okay. Hello. Hi, Multi.
Hello.
Okay, so we have... Hey, guess how many machines we have making cable for all of these things?
More
Like 3?
than 1.
2. Can you believe we only have 2 running?
Honestly, I can.
You're gonna laugh at me, but I think I've got more running at the other base to make cables.
I know, that's why I figure. That's why I kind of find it hilarious. Like,
I only have 3, but, you know.
Like, that's a bit funny. It's a bit hilarious. Okay, that's a bit funny. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do then. I'm gonna add more to this lineup of ones making copper wire, first of all. And then I will turn some of them into making cable.
Right.
Because they're already lined up, so I'll just add more to that first. Anyway, I know what I'm gonna do. I got it.
Alright.
Okay.
We'll
Sorry about the delay. I had to wait for a language learning machine to finish because, yeah, they can take an hour to run if your computer isn't quite what it likes. So.
Yeah, that's how a lot of that stuff goes.
I have to say, I got the stuff for the AI image rendering really well set up and tweaked and everything. I got that down to 37 seconds for one image, so that's not bad.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's like a really low quality. No. It takes between an hour and 45 minutes for one return on LLMs right now, so I'm still figuring that out. That's insanely slow.
Yeah.
And the longer you talk to it, the smarter it can carry on the conversation, but the longer it takes to respond. So it's kind of
It's the old Zork problem.
the Zork problem.
You enter in a word prompt to it, and it takes 28 minutes for it to say, "Sorry, I don't understand that command."
Yeah, they've got the LLMs to the point where you rarely get that. Although, and you're gonna laugh at this, you have to run the uncensored ones, because if you don't, and it comes up with any kind of answer that's remotely political or remotely biased or contains, the word bra, it's gonna respond with, "I'm sorry, that's unethical for me to respond." And your question could be like, you know, what is the common clothes that people wore in the 1800s? And because the output contains the word bra, it'll say your response is unethical. You know? So it's like,
That's always
okay,
great.
thanks. Yeah, so you have to immediately go and find the uncensored ones because otherwise you're really talking to a robot. You're not talking to like, it feels like you're talking to a human when you talk to the uncensored one because um, that was one of the things they did. Like the first model that they took from like the censored model and put on top was they took like I think 50,000 random chats between people and then stacked it on top of it so that when the AI talks, it doesn't talk like, I am Lord Chip, I will destroy you.
Well, I
Go to
mean, you
Tang.
say that, but there was that one there were those two AIs that Microsoft and Google unleashed on Twitter that really, really made them look great.
Yeah, and that's what happens when you unleash them like without any time training them first. By the way, thanks for the conveyor major materials. I was looking for some.
Oh.
I was short on iron bars. Thanks, guys. But but yeah, I found it interesting because I tinkered with the image renderings and I got that sorted out to get the right ones and the right licensing and all that crap. So I used it to render a whole bunch of images for game development. So I'm trying to dig around and figure out what's there now and then see if I can find one with the right licenses for an LLM. And I'm going to use that to render several thousand lines of NPC text.
Okay, yeah, that could be handy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm only one person, so making a game without a lot of other resources, you got to do something to help. Otherwise, you're never going to get anywhere. It's going to take you 15 years. Um,
Yeah.
so that's kind of the direction I'm going, and that's all my excitement for the week. Sorry.
Well, let's see. What's my excitement for the week?
Shop roof is a little over half done.
Yeah, my shop roof is a little over half done, and
Hey, that's important.
I did some work on it during the week, and yeah, Master Fortesque. Yeah, it's interesting to see it'll take him 15 years, because for some major companies it takes 15 years. Yeah, we know. That's why we know that we need to come up. He needs to come up with some other method besides doing everything by hand.
Yeah, that's where AIs come in great because, I mean, I've got a general idea of how I want things to be and how I want the storyline to go, but to make 1800s worded English if I'm doing an 1800s themed world, or if I'm doing a 1600s themed world, or a 1200s themed world, to make all the language and everything line up by myself, I might as well just retire before I start.
Yeah.
But if I can get some help, then I can do a lot, because I can just set those renders to run at night for a prompt, and then I can let it run, if it's going to take an hour per render.
And just set up a list of them and just be like, okay, I want 6 or 7 of them, and then just let the thing run overnight.
Yep. And I could do that for one dialogue per character per time, which it'll still take a while, but it's a lot faster than having no help.
Yeah. Or heaven forbid, trying to just do everything yourself by hand.
I did that on the first game that I released on Android. It took me 3 months to make a half-decent text adventure game. and most of that was dialogue writing. It only took me like a week and a half for the code.
Yeah, that's the thing a lot of people have said about the when what's it called, Broken Age came out, and it was constantly over budget, it was constantly behind on its deadlines, and people were defending the, oh, you know, because it's hard to make a game, it's actually really hard to make a game. In the meantime, there are loads of people going, in the time it took them to make the first half of this game, I made 11 games in Adventure Game Studio. It is not that hard.
It is, but it isn't. It's kind of one of those double-edged swords. You kind of have to learn to pick and choose your battles. You
Yeah.
know, I made a world generator to start all this process for my current round of things I'm working on. And I started with that. I didn't start with making an engine, because I learned that the hard way. You know, why put 500 hours of your life into an engine when you can learn how one works, write a script, and then take whatever you've got to make it where it understands it. You know, you don't have to break your own rendering library. That's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Not that we'd have any experience with that one, would we, Gecko?
No, we wouldn't have any experience doing that at all. I definitely don't prefer that over anything else.
Yeah, the pirate game, yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun, but it was also, we spent most of our time working on the rendering library, you know?
Yeah. I still think we very easily could have gotten that thing, like, out and shipped if I didn't suddenly start having to work, like, 15-hour days.
I believe you.
And it was, also, it was, I'm trying to remember, was it in the summer, or was it the winter? I know it was 2020,
I honestly
but
don't remember.
I just remember the weather was absolutely savage. I just don't remember whether it was the cold time of that year or whether it was the hot time of that year. Either way, the weather was absolutely brutal, so I would get home, and it's like, you know, I walk into the door, and, you know, I go to say hi to my wife, and, like, my eyes are rolling into the back of my skull, and, you know, I'm walking around all slack-kneed. She's just like, oh, yeah, you know, go sit down. Go to the office and go sit down.
Yeah, working in super hot weather is no fun.
Yeah. I'm just realizing all the projects that I was going to try and tackle today, either A, we're not ready for, or B, I've assigned to Lady.
I'm probably going to increase the dish production here in a moment.
I might come join you then.
If you want to do that, if you could just bring the materials for, like, 4 manufacturers, that'd be awesome. And I'll lay up on work.
Manufacturers, what all do they take again? Okay, motors, the heavy frames, plastic, plenty of cable. Need more motors, plastic, and frames.
I'm just enjoying my underwater tube for a moment. It goes through rocks and the ground and under the water.
Yep.
All
Yep.
right. I'm gonna see about catching the next train. I think it's gonna be to catch the train that will be to. Oh, there it is. Nice. I want to see how many are sitting in the. All right. I mean, it's working. There's 200 dishes at the freight platform almost, so.
Okay. Well, we had almost 200, Chat Master Fortesk in chat says, life is a battle choice simulator. I mean, that is very true.
Yeah. I like a phrase that my cousin always said growing up. Life is a game. know the cheat codes.
I've heard that. Which of the hypertubes is the one that goes to your remote base? Does it connect with the main hub anywhere?
It does. It's not the tall one. The tall one is the train. I just hopped on it. If you can catch the train quickly enough, it's still at base. You have to kind of jump back to catch it. It's and out. Well, never mind. There it goes.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm in the underwater hypertube right now.
That'll take you to the train.
Well, then I can follow the tracks from there. I think.
The hypertube will be faster than the train, to be honest with you. I just forgot which one it is. We need to put more signs at the main hub.
Yeah.
It just kind of got sidebarred when the stupid train wanted to fight us last time.
Yeah, that's as good of a reason as any.
Let's see where you're at.
Okay, I don't think
Oh,
this
you're
is...
you're. Okay, I'm there.
I don't think this is terribly far away because it has the... Oh wait, no, this is like the dishes output from the train station to the base. Okay, I'm
Yep.
at the Caterium base.
Well, the train's already halfway to the base, so if you want to set at the station, it'll be there in 5 minutes. But if you go back, you can find a hypertube and be there in like 2.5 minutes. So.
Well, it depends on if I find the right hypertube.
Well, you know which one it's not.
Yeah, but that doesn't tell me much. There's so
Well,
many
if it
hyper...
takes less than a minute to go there, then you're in the wrong one. There you go.
Yeah, sure.
Honestly, I think it was one of the ones that's on the same side as the one to the train station. I just don't remember which one.
Alright, I'm just waiting on the platform, waiting for my train.
Okay. It's almost to the base. There's only one more stop before it gets there.
Alright.
And there's not any stops on the return. So it's a little faster heading back in theory because the train doesn't slow down, but there's also more track, so I kind of scaled an entire cliff on the way back.
Okay, cable production has moved up from 2 to 4.
Alright.
I'm gonna give that a minute and see if it's enough.
Okay.
I'm just gonna let it run for a minute and then see.
Are you using the constructor recipe or are you using the assembler recipe?
So far, I've not updated the recipe because, just how the lineup was. So, what's the new recipe again?
There's a recipe that takes Caterium wire and rubber in the assembler.
Okay.
And it produces loads and loads of,
See,
wire.
Caterium wire isn't being cabled over in this area at all yet.
Well, yeah,
Not
I
even a
know.
little.
Figured we could start using that, but I was also hoping we could use rubber so we didn't run out of fuel.
I understand. If nothing else, we can stick an extra container somewhere for now. But I'll work on it. It's just gonna take me a minute because it's Caterium's not connected anywhere. Caterium wire. So I'm gonna have to add it to stack and get it over there.
Yeah,
So
well,
it'll be a minute.
that's why I gave you that task.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. Where am I gonna put this?
I love you, they're funny. Therefore, this must take a long time to accomplish.
I guess. What? No.
Keiko's saying he loves you, and by means of giving you an extremely complicated task.
Well, see, if I don't not give it a task, I bother him too much, and then I drive him absolutely up the wall.
Yes. Therefore, I give her a job, and the
Or I
longer
just start
and
taking over his jobs, and then he complains.
therefore I give her a long, complicated, and tedious job, and she can have something that she can obsess over.
I'm gonna say this right now, though. This is not going. Okay, I say this is gonna take me a minute. It's not going to take me all the entire stream. It's not gonna be that long.
Well, that's just a shame.
I was half
Do the
expecting
trains-
Gecko to say work slower.
yeah, no chance of that, but unless I get distracted, which I already got distracted once. Or otherwise the cable production might not be done yet. It might have been done already. You'll find out
Train's
what I
heading
mean.
back your way.
You'll find out when you go
Alright.
to the storage room. What I got distracted with.
Okay. I'm sure it'll be humorous, and Gecko will die inside, and then my day goes on happily.
You make me want to change it to what I know will make him die inside.
Quit being a bad influence on my wife.
I thought that was your job.
It is.
Now, guys.
Hey,
What
how
is
you
this?
dress up in your free time is your business.
Multi.
I meant for Halloween.
Yeah, totally. That is totally what you meant by that. And you totally. Do you really think I believe you?
I was making sure it was still appropriate in case one of our kids happens to watch it. So I made sure to let you know it was Halloween. That was all.
Yeah, that's part of the reason I'm scolding you right now. for being.
How long before this train is
Sus.
expected to arrive? I'm trying to find it on the map.
It's went to the long way, and it's about halfway back.
Okay.
The way back is actually the longest part of the whole trail. Almost fall to my death. There you go. Classic me.
Yep. Well, you know, if it did turn out that you wound up falling to your death, you just had to lay there for about 20 minutes. I'd eventually be along to get you back up.
No. Where this part is, you would not be able to recover my corpse. So
I highly
this is over the
challenge
pits of
that.
nowhere. It's
Oh,
over the pits of nowhere. So
oh, okay. You're off the edge. You'd be off the edge of the world then.
yeah. So let's. I'm making foundations, so you got a place to put down the pieces when you get here.
All right.
Like I said, I was trying to lay all the groundwork before you got here.
Well, it's a coming.
I
think
know it
it's
takes
almost
a few minutes.
here.
That's why I told you the hypertube was there.
Oh, I see it in the distance. It's heading through the Caterium outpost now.
Thankfully, I have concrete production over here. I gotta
Oh,
get
it
more
auto
concrete.
saves right as the train's pulling in.
Yeah, your friend Geo got me back on Mindustry. I've been playing that thing now.
Oh. Yeah, see, I've tried playing Mindustry, but there's a problem. It's a tower defense game that tried to sell itself as being a, factory game. But it's not really a factory game. It's more of a tower defense game, or kind of like an RTS sort of factory game. And that wasn't what I
It's
wanted when
more
I
of
picked
a-
it up.
It is more of a tower defense RTS. Depending on the map, it leans more towards tower defense or RTS. There are some maps that do lean a little more towards factory, but mostly it does lean towards tower defense. I'll have to give you that. I mean, you do have to build a factory for your bullets and ammo and gather your stuff up, but it's not like Factorio either, where you have to build a real factory. All you have to do is like gather with the basics.
Yeah, you get collector thing here, you put it into builder thing there, and done.
Yeah. Well, you can put some more effort into it on the second planet. See, the first planet was just purely exactly like you said, like there's no argument. But the second planet they've released, you now can move liquids. And that changes the game dynamics a fair bit.
This is a sickeningly crooked rail track. Going past
Which
the
one?
box, going through the bauxite. Or going toward the bauxite outpost through the poison field.
Not quite sure I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he knows what he did.
That's what she said.
Mm.
That doesn't really fit, but I tried.
Not really.
Oh, it doesn't fit at all.
I'm surprised one of you two didn't take that's what she said on that one. That one actually was funnier than the first one. Oh.
This thing is banking like an aircraft around some of these turns.
I may or may not have made sure it went the most speed possible. I mean, the goal is to get to and from as fast as possible, but be able to move a lot of resources, so.
I am so happy that I am inside the train, because I'd have been scraped off on at least 3 dozen trees by now.
I actually went through the track and started blowing up a few trees here and there to clear it out, but there's just more than one. Not that you notice that there's more than one tree or anything.
Oh, I don't know, maybe this area just past the bauxite refinery where I can't see anything because of all the foliage.
Those blow up too, I found out.
Oh hey, there's a hypertube over here.
Yeah, it does run near the hypertube network at some point. I feel like I've made simulated Niagara Falls over here.
Oh, I am at the glow station. Do I want to get off
Oh,
here?
you're only one away. No,
Okay.
unless you want to glow in the dark.
No, I don't have my hazmat suit built yet.
There's 2 or 3 sources of radiation around in there. We haven't mined and set up things around yet. There's actually a lot of uranium around this track. That might be one of the next thing I do is start gathering all that up.
Yeah, we're about to I want to try and get uranium processing unlocked as soon as I can, but there's stuff that we need to make to unlock that. That is unlocked by
Supercomputer?
previous milestones.
Ah, so you gotta fall back to other milestones to
So-
get it.
Yeah, we're having to go through other milestones in order to get to it. That's why we're working on this one with the radio control units.
Okay.
Cliffside Hotel.
Yep. There's a
Here's where I
gigantic
get off.
ladder. Yep.
Flag. Please don't dump me on the track.
Technically, you could stay in the train for a moment too, and it'll take you down to where the old station was. The station that kept breaking the track no matter how many times I tried to fix it.
Oh, hey, I see your factory area down there. Whee!
Yeah. I just cleared a bunch of space so you could build the manufacturers. And then I'll route everything. I've
Alright.
really been enjoying Portal 2. I really enjoyed the first one though, so I guess that's not too surprising.
Portal 2? Yeah, no, Portal 2 Portal 1 was great. Portal 2 was just as good, possibly even better. But those games are standing testaments to just like how good Valve was at making games.
When they still try, they still make a good game, but I don't have the VR stuff to do the Alea for Half Life.
Oh yeah, Half-Life Alyx.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to play it, but they don't make a non-VR, and I don't have the money to throw into it.
Yeah, I don't
So,
either.
oh, there's what I meant by you could just hop out here if you wanted to next time.
Okay.
I may
Alright,
shorten this track at some point. This
so
is
yeah, this is a little scary. But where did you
Okay.
want to set up the manufacturers at?
Well, I built this big spot over here, so
Right.
drop them here and I'll start routing.
Let's see. Which direction? Let's see. The station's up at the top of the cliff, so that's ultimately where we want these dishes to go, right?
There's already a route for that,
Where's that?
so let me show you. This conveyor here. So
Where'd you go? I've lost you.
I boosted up in the air. This is the conveyor that runs them up to the train station.
Oh, this one here. Okay, I see it.
Yeah. So it's just kind of whatever direction's easiest to bring the materials in. So it's probably best if we have them point towards the cliff for the output, and then I can reroute the output over there pretty easy.
Okay.
Because we make 8 dishes a train trip right now, so every new manufacturer you add, assuming I keep up with the stuff it needs, will produce 8 additional dishes.
Right?
I'm kind of afraid to change the track. I don't want to break it.
No, I understand that. I'm in very tense right now because I am stood physically on the track, but I happen to know the train does take, you know, an age or two to make a lap, so...
Yeah, I think if I do it right, it should still keep the line intact. And that's my worry.
Where's a... Right there.
There we go. Alright, Gecko.
What's up?
There you go.
Was the...
That train track's dead.
Okay.
I had that wound all crazy around there to get the station done here, but the station never worked. No matter what I did, so I'm happy to delete it.
Alright. Have, 4 manufacturers ready for crystal oscillators.
Alright. Well, if you don't have anything else to do, you're welcome to help some more, but if you do, I won't keep you.
I don't.
Okay.
So,
Well, if you look over at the other machine, you can see where they're coming in. Uh-oh. There we go.
So, what all
Right over
is
here's here's the router right over here where I'm at, if that helps.
reinforced iron plates, cables, and crystal.
Alright, I'll start running the crystals. But there's where they're running right now. So. Okay. See, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Got Mark
And
4 belts out here.
maybe.
They're doing nothing. Because
At the
there's
time, they were
barely
busy.
anything. There's barely anything on them.
That might be just a little true.
Okay. One's iron. There's the.
At the time, there was a backlog. Not really anymore at this point, but you know.
Got a very interesting routing style. The copper ingots that you have over here.
I think originally I actually had it routed somewhere else and then rerouted it is how that became so crazy. Because I remember rerouting it.
I'm gonna start back here at your copper mine.
Okay.
Because it's probably dying of boredom. Well, no, it's an impure. Oh, it's an impure node. Okay, that's what. Are there any better nodes?
I think there's
around?
actually 2 nodes there. I just only have the one tapped right now.
There are no other nodes. There are no other nodes in this immediate area.
Oh.
This is the only one we've got. The next one is like 600 meters away.
It's not too far, but not too close either.
It's a ways out. So I'm just gonna start upgrading your conveyor belt.
Alright.
Feeding things into the factory.
Okay.
Got a relatively low copper output out of that.
Gotcha.
So, just looking to optimize things.
Okay.
I've
Do whatever
spent
you want, man.
I've spent far too long doing that, so
I know I'm going to have to build another power plant before I get too far down the road on this. Oh, you've already connected them all. Nice. Maybe?
connected all what?
I don't know. The manufacturing plants?
I connected them to power, yeah.
Oh, thank you. One less thing I have to do, man.
Alright, well, we have... Okay. We have loads of copper wire. We have exactly 1 cable constructor.
Ah.
I'm going to fix that problem.
Yeah, that's, I mean, we got a nice belt to push them down.
Yes, but as I said, the belt is dying of boredom.
Here, let me help. Okay, maybe not that zoop. That was a bad zoop. Okay. There's a little more build room if you need it. Okay, Gecko. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
Watch your step in case I miss a spot.
I'm lagging so bad I wouldn't be surprised if I fall through the floor. I don't know why it's
that
lagging.
spot shouldn't be death, but
I don't know why I'm lagging so badly, but for
I
whatever
mean,
reason
you're
my
hosting, so
system is deciding it's hating everything. Game decides it's hate it system.
well, you're hosting and playing at the same time. Unfortunately, that's kind of part of it sometimes.
Yeah, I would have figured they'd gotten that fixed back in the days of Minecraft, but you know.
Well, it's just a matter of it takes so much resource to host and so much resources to play.
I feel like some of those should be shared, though, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, to an extent. Cables. Sorry, I'm working through all this stuff. Alright, yeah, they're one of those items that actually takes quite a bit of resources to put together, these dishes are.
Yeah, I know.
That's kind of why I was like, well, maybe a separate base for this wouldn't be a terrible idea, because it's going to take some effort just to manufacture this.
Yeah.
I do find the belt lag funny, though. Where the Mark IV belts are so fast, an item will appear and then reappear halfway down the next belt.
I'm not having that, actually, but...
Okay.
just
See, there are
having
benefits to being the host.
having just kind of lag in general.
I'm just kind of figuring out where everything runs and routing everything as such, so... I have random songs from Futurama playing in my head.
That's always pretty common. It does have those songs that tend to get stuck in your head a lot.
Yeah, and I may have some sort of a pro-Futurama bias, too.
Yeah. Told those don't help. I don't know how much they hurt either.
I'm not too upset about them.
Oh, fair enough then.
But, you know, I may or may not have been the person that introduced you to Futurama, so, you know.
What? Oh no. I totally discovered that on my own.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Just, you know, one day I happened to walk into the right dorm room. Yes, as lady's aware, you were the one that introduced me to a lot of things that way.
Whoa. I did not just do that.
There's a lot of funny shows and things. The one I watched lately was Red Dwarf.
Can't believe it just...
Yeah,
Have you ever seen that one?
I've not, but I have heard of it.
Okay.
Okay, the cable belt is now starting to saturate, so that's
Well,
mostly okay.
I was just rotating the machines out, so there'll be a little bit of a blip.
Okay.
I realized that earlier I kind of got ahead of myself a little, and so switching. And the copper wire line is about to receive some cables because I connected it in the wrong spot in an accident.
Always fun when that happens.
So I gotta go up there and I don't even know where all we're gonna end up with.
This one time at Copper Wire Camp, I don't know. I got nothing.
Okay.
Okay. Holy crap! You weren't kidding about that cable line.
I've added one extra constructor. So.
One?
Just one.
Okay. Well, it certainly did really good for one.
I mean, before it only had one, so... Now, the thing is, it is only it's two constructors, but they are being fed by Mark III belts. Before it was all being fed by Mark Is. So,
Ah,
that is part of the big jump. But it is about to slow way the heck back, because, the
should I
copper
put in some
ore...
Mark 1 belts?
No, the ore is,
Okay.
not keep... I'm gonna go upgrade
Gotcha.
that to a Mark II anyway.
Alright. I'm finishing the routing for the new manufacturers.
Right. I'm gonna go upgrade that, I can foresee cabling and maybe reinforced plates being two of the bottlenecks.
I think definitely reinforced plates because I've only got one machine making them, so that's going to be a serious bottleneck.
Then I will look into that next, once I get this, miner up.
I may have to zoop a few things for that, but I'm going to combine the belts back here on the end for the merger to send them out first. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, wow. There's an equipment dock and a crafting bench out here, and I ran all the way back to your base to use the equipment dock.
I got tired of doing that, so you'll find that in a lot of places out there. I have a habit of just making a new one whenever it's more than 10 steps to the last one.
Alright, well, we are now up from 30 copper ore per minute to 60 copper ore.
Nice.
So... it's still not great, but it's certainly better than it was.
Yep, I wasn't owing you, I was owing my belt choices I made in life. Because they were terrible.
Well, I mean, this is a known trait about you. According to my brothers-in-law.
Would I intentionally make a belt system so terrible that everyone cringes? Yes. Yes, I would.
Yes, you would. In a heartbeat.
Maybe half a heartbeat, you know.
You've got an absolutely nightmarish maze of conveyor belts over here. This is just sickening to watch, almost.
Thanks, I appreciate the compliment.
I mean, it is true what I was told. If their construction style was 1984, yours is Lord of the Flies.
You'll be even madder when you see what I just did because I felt lazy and feel like we were running a belt.
Oh no. Oh man.
So
Ready to go look.
there's a much closer merger conveyor or merger combiner than the other one. But because I didn't feel like running the belt, I just put the one that was far away.
You wonder why we only get 4 dishes out of a single train trip.
Hey, I got it to 8.
Okay.
That's an achievement.
Yeah, even if Steam doesn't acknowledge it.
Oh, good. I didn't break the train. Yay.
Okay, I have 4 assemblers making the quick wire based cable. By the way, it added 2 recipes. There is copper wire in rubber, and there is quick wire and cable in rubber.
Okay.
There's both.
Huh.
We have both. Copper
Well,
wire
those
and
actually
cable.
aren't too terrible either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've been insisting we need to find recipes that are going to start using up rubber and plastic a bit more aggressively than they currently do, because otherwise we're going to run out of power and fuel. So,
Gotcha. I
Well,
mean, hazmat suits, right?
so far, the cable line is saturating with 4 assemblers. I don't know how much of a dent it's making in your rubber production, but
well, if it's making anything that's making it generate rubber down at the far end, then it'll be generating
Yeah.
fuel. So,
because this line is so far staying full all the way down here. I'll have to go upstairs to check, but so far it's pretty full down here.
Did I goof that up? I goofed that up. Oh well, easy to fix, but
it's iron plates, reinforced plates. The setup isn't overly terrible as far as like ratios go. However,
I'm waiting for it.
these Mark 1 belts are
Yeah,
yeah.
I use what I've got in my pocket. I don't have anything out here that makes masses of the stuff for the Mark IVs, so when I have it, I use it. But I don't have any steel production out here, so I didn't need it to make the dishes, so I didn't want to leg your game down anymore.
No, that's fair, but you know, take a trip back every now and again.
Okay, it's not saturating as much at the top. Let me check and see what level this belt's
I
down.
may need to do some for supercomputers, but I'm not sure yet. So, oh, sorry, lady, I cut you off.
No, I'm just trying to look. Okay, no, it's 3. Everything's already upgraded to 3. So at the very top, it's not saturating as much. It's like the first machine is staying full. The second machine over there isn't as much. It's still like it's slightly behind. I'm not have to slow down the production that much of these automated wiring, but could make one more.
I used all my jetpack fuel.
Uh-oh.
Hmm. I may have to make a trip back to base here in a minute.
Oh, there's builds down here that aren't Mark III. That might be part of it. Let's fix that.
As there's a gigantic fall off the word cliff, perhaps I should go back and get more jet fuel.
Most of them are, though.
I would recommend it. Don't really have much to spare you, or else I would offer.
I'll zoop for a few minutes and then... Zoop. Zoop.
I have a second impure iron node here.
See, and this was a good spot to build all these out here too, because the only thing under here is death. So there's not any, amazing scenery or anything we're gonna miss.
Yeah.
I might build a ladder down at some point just to go and look, because I did kind of like the way it looked before I built all this over it. But at the same time, it's still death, so...
Yeah.
Oh. Ran out of concrete. Alright, I made more room to make the, reinforced plate factories are probably much of anything else we'd need.
Cool. Busy expanding the smeltery.
Alright. Well, we've got cables and we've got reinforced iron plates stacking up at the dish manufacturers. Or not reinforced iron plates, but crystals and wires. So we got that good.
Cool.
I gotta go and get a few materials from my stockpile over here. And then honestly, I might need a hypertube back to the base to get some steel parts. And some jet fuel. Lady, you happen to be at the base?
Yeah.
Is the jet fuel in like the storage area?
Gecko.
I don't know if it ever made it that far.
I don't think so.
There should be a second trucking station over near the plastic drop-off.
Okay.
There should be another trucking station that's full of jet fuel.
Okay. Which place has the jet fuel? Can you ping it on the map somehow?
Hold
Where
on.
it's being made?
Okay, Gecko, which truck station is that? Is that the one over at the east side of the main base? Is that which one you're talking about? Where's the fuel?
I'm looking. Okay, there's a...
I'll go there and then we'll go from there. Honey? I'm not asking you to ping it, I'm just asking you to tell me and then I will tell Multi.
Okay, you know where the plastic line is? Plastic line comes in? There'll be a vertical one that goes down off of a merger. And there's going to be... One of them, the plastic line is going to attach to one truck station, and there's going to be a second truck station that doesn't have anything attached to it, I don't think. And the one that has...
I know of the plastic line that's coming from the back of the base. I know that line. I'm looking. Oh, wait, down there?
Yes.
I see it. Okay. So,
Okay.
just fuel down there?
Yes. Should be.
I'm taking the tube back. I'll be a few minutes. But it's still faster than the train.
Alright, well... Boosted iron production, and it is still... It's still quite anemic, ironically.
Sorry, I had to go back and get a few materials to keep doing upgrades at the base.
What is this truck doing?
Are you talking about the big one?
No, there's a tractor here that's facing the truck station, and it's like he's trying to go through it, the truck station. He's running into it. It's just sitting here running into it.
I don't know. Put it out of its... something.
Put out its misery. I don't know. If it's on an auto path, I didn't want to interfere with it. I was trying to figure out what it's trying to do. Well, the part of the problem might be that the docking station is chock full of plastic.
Still doing that? They might just tear down that trucking station.
It's one of them. There's like 2 truck stations down here.
Yeah, one's supposed to be for plastic, one's supposed to be for fuel, but for whatever reason, the plastic truck keeps unloading in the fuel depot.
They're both, yeah, they both have, both of them are completely full of plastic.
Well, the one that's supposed to have the plastic in is the one that connects to the vertical to the conveyor lift.
Well, the docking station in question is that one.
Okay, well then that's the right one.
Well, the other one is also full of plastic.
Well, great.
Let's see, it's also going to a vertical belt. Wait, they're both going to vertical belts. Wait, both stations are going to vertical belts.
Well, one of them wasn't supposed to have plastic on it.
Okay, one One of them is taking it vertically to the belt stack coming from the fuel factory over there. The other one is the belt stack going all the way up to the very top floor separately.
Okay, the one that's going all the way up to the very top floor is supposed to be the fuel belt.
Okay. Well, that's full of plastic.
Alright, we'll tear it down.
Sounds about right.
What, the trucking station?
Yes.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay, I
it's
labeled
not
the
gonna...
far base, so y'all can find it.
I am on the hypertube headed back. Because I ran out of steel.
Yeah, that's a problem out there. There's not a lot of steel to work with, but everything else being made there, so it makes life a little easier.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just building a few signs, and then I'm gonna go back to working on
There's the
other things we need. So.
well, there's the big truck just arrived.
Supposed to be hauling plastic.
I think that goes to storage docks. Let me check.
Oh no. It was funny. I'm sorry. I'm watching. Don't want it to be. I'm watching the truck. It was trying to go through the tractor. It didn't quite work. Now it's back. What did you do over here exactly? I'm watching this path. It's kind of funny.
I backed that thing out and did a perfect 3-point turn, and it has never once replicated it. It has driven through walls. It has clipped around stuff.
It was trying to go through the tractor. It didn't work.
Ugh.
I don't want to go in the conveyor tube. I was trying to change the sign. Thank you.
There, off it went.
Addition chips.
I wanted all I think to see that. I mean, the idea was to put computers there at some point, so I figured Dish and Chips is a good name.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
That works. No, yeah, and that needs to be... I'm just putting a few labels on some things to make it easier to find our way around. Which is long overdue on the main transit hub, because until it has labels, it looks like a secondary pile of poop. So, there you go.
Hey, did you have the fuel being pumped into the storage area of the docking station or the fuel slot of the docking station?
Well, it should be kind of doing both. Oh, hey, we do have fuel at the storage station, though. Although I do fear that soon it's going to start getting filled up with plastic.
It looks like you pulled something out of it because now the plastic's all going up.
Yes, I did. I needed jetpack fuel. Alright. What?
Sorry, I couldn't help but laugh. Just you as you flew out of the tube. Thump!
Oh, yeah, I mean, it makes that sound every time.
I've just never been that close to the tube, I guess. I'm putting some signs up still.
That's fine. I'm headed back over there. I'm gonna continue working on... I don't know if I have to just tear down the entirety of the iron production thing so I can bring both those nodes online, or what. I'm not sure what I'm gonna have to do yet.
Where did you have fuel making at?
Fuel is being made out of the remote plastic outpost, where that basic truck drives out.
Well, I don't know where that basic truck drives out to. That's why I was asking.
If you look on the map,
Yeah, out of the bajillion nodes there are.
if you go to the right, there's a oil thing out there that says oil 2x normal, 2x impure.
Yeah, I see it.
That's the station where I have the fuel being packaged, refined and packaged.
So are you gonna go mess with that?
No, I'm working on the dishes thing right now.
Hmm. Need lots of dishes
Yes.
for eating.
Main dishes, the side dishes, the dirty dishes, the empty dishes. There's a lot of dishes that need to be made.
I see, you knew where I was headed with that.
I know how to do dad jokes too.
I forgot to put a up, so I just got checked out of the hub into the water. I think I'm gonna have to fix that.
Oh my gosh, this hyper tube, I did not realize the first time I went through. It literally goes through a station.
Mm-hmm.
Super tube was actually there first.
Through rocks, underground.
Hey, this game has built-in tunnel boring technology. I'm just gonna run with it.
Oh no. Oh no. The geometry of the world didn't load. Oh no. Okay, there it is. Ooh. I came out the end of the hypertube and I very nearly went to my death. I'm just so glad I had my jetpack. I will never understand this iron setup with this. Like, what the heck are these belts? Okay, we're packing it up and going hardware mode on this iron production. I gotta fix this. We gotta fix all of this. There's only one way to fix it, and that is we gotta tear it all down and start over. I tried being nice and retrofitting, and it's just not gonna fit. I've discovered that there are 3 iron nodes out here, and I want to bring all of them to bear because screws are a pain. Okay. I got loads of player crates piling up everywhere because I filled my inventory with steel before I came out. Lovely.
Dude, you are in my way.
Who?
Giant tick.
Ah. Okay. 2, 7.
It's gonna be a stupid question, lady, but where's concrete?
It's in the storage room.
Okay, that was a really stupid question.
Yes.
Hold on.
It's at the far end on the right.
Side, far end, very end.
Okay. Alright, I'm working on the fuel
You gotta
issue.
look at the big pictures that are, hanging over the air. And, you'll find it eventually if you just look at all the little pictures.
But I thought you said there were big pictures.
There's big pictures and there's little pictures.
Ooh, for near or farsighted, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there is no option for no-sighted.
Where's my braille?
Right, it was actually a story that my dad told me about a bank that got in trouble for not having a braille pad on their ATM. And,
Okay.
like, they got sued over it, and it went to court. And the judge said, okay, what is your defense for not having a braille pad on this ATM? And he said, because I refuse to accommodate illegal drivers. And the judge went, wait, what? And he said, yes, Your Honor, the ATM in question is a drive-through ATM. And at that point, the judge just threw the case out. Like, it was just like, nope, can't be bothered.
I mean, you could counter argue and say that people walk up and use the ATM, but that's pretty much it.
I mean, it's the purpose of the ATM is to be in a car. For this particular one.
See, I always hated that at restaurants. If they're not busy, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to walk through the drive-thru. I used to do it, and for quite a while, nobody cared. But every once in a while, you go to a place, and they'll just raise a fit and become ridiculous about it, much to my disappointment. Because I used to do that all the time, because I didn't drive unless I had to. So I'd walk through the drive-thru and order a large fry, and they'd be like, "What are you doing?" Ordering food. What are you doing? Serving it? Because they always get confused. And I was like, yeah. But now apparently in like the civilian sector, like if you try and do that, they'll get like insulted and pissed off, and I'm just like, are y'all stupid? You're making money here. Why are you getting upset?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, they're getting upset because it's easier to get upset than it is to anything else, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like I'm not ordering food. Every time I went through there, I ordered food.
It also I guess it also kind of depends, like, overseas where it's a lot of foot traffic. People might get it. People might get it, but, like, I mean, the only thing that I saw here there were pictures of it on Facebook, but I also saw it, like, happen in real life, was, a bunch of cowboys took their horses through a drive-thru. And you had, like, a string of horses. You have a string of horses wrapping around the building.
See, now I can see somebody getting upset about that, because horses poop. But it's not really fair to the horses. I mean,
I mean, it's a drive-thru. Like, who's gonna care?
Yeah. Hi.
Were you here for fuel?
No, I've got fuel. I'm actually here to fix the fuel input. That's what I'm trying to sort out now.
Okay, well, the input isn't here. If I'm understanding this correct, on the map to the far east, there is an oil node. It's over there.
There's an oil
Okay.
node that's supposed to go to a truck. There's an oil node that has packaged fuel that's going to a truck station. There's a small tractor that's supposed to pick up the fuel from that truck station and then carry it to
Yeah.
another truck station and unload it. The problem is it's right next door to the plastic truck station.
Okay, that is the smack in the middle of a road of a vehicle.
Yeah,
Not
you
gonna
won't need
work.
it anymore when I'm done.
Are you just gonna run a
I'm just-
conveyor all the way out there?
Nope.
Not exactly.
Is he doing a train line?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Hey, I'm fine with that. With that.
It'll take a little bit, but it won't be as far.
Just note that it's in the middle of a truck path. But yeah, okay.
The trucks can go. He can go above, and the trucks can go around.
He didn't. He put it smack in the middle of the road.
Hey, it's an easy spot to build.
Well, that truck has done pop wheelies over streams multiple times with me in it, so I'm sure it'll be fine tackling a railroad.
Well, the railroad will be here, but you only need the truck temporarily. I'll be done with this, hopefully quickly. Famous last words in this game.
True.
I won't promise that I'm not going to run it through a cliff or something, but I will promise I'm trying to make it as quickly as possible.
Well, compromises must be made, I suppose.
I'm basically just going to follow the truck route. But this way the train won't get stuck and the trucks... Bleh. This way you won't get stuck trucks anymore. You'll just have the train bringing stuff back and forth, so...
That's good.
I figure for plastic and jet fuel, that might be important enough for me to put a little time into it. You tell me.
Yeah, it certainly wouldn't hurt anything.
Okay.
I almost feel like I need to get like some extra computer upgrades or something to help me deal with this lag. But at the same time, I don't know what's actually going to help.
Well, for the main base, we put a little too many machines, I think, in this area. But can't really help it now.
But I'm not even close to the main base, and I'm at 12 FPS.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Well, I'm notorious for making super long belts.
So I have made another line of things making cables. Potentially unnecessary, but anyway. So now we have a row making from copper and one row making from deuterium.
Nice.
That's good. Deuterium needs...
Now I'm making so much cable that I may have to upgrade the belt to case beams. It's still currently Mark III because that's what I've had most on me.
I'll admit that the arrows on the path for the road are a little confusing when I'm making the train.
Well, so I might have had a few times where the truck just randomly pop wheelied because of, lag spikes. I
Gotcha.
corrected it.
Oh,
was
that's a truck. I thought it was some gigantic monster about to eat me because all I could do is hear it behind me. Oh. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Like, oh god, it's gonna eat me!
It's
Oh,
the
it's a truck.
Anti-Chrysler.
The Anti-Chrysler.
You remember that episode of Futurama?
Yes.
Yeah, the wear car or whatever
The most
it was.
evil engine injured. The most evil engine ever. The electric engine.
It's made from pure evil.
You have to make sure that you clog its tailpipe with this silver potato. That's one of those things they said that just made absolutely no sense at all, but it was hilarious.
Yeah, I know. Futurama was good about doing stuff like that. You're just left there sitting going, how many brain cells did I just lose listening to this dialogue, and why am I still loving it so much?
My favorite thing that's automotive in this series is when the robot that explodes, I forget his name, when he gets excited, he sells Amy a Thunder Cougar Falcon Bird. And, and one of their selling points is like, you can buy the regular, but the deluxe, it just has so much more eagle.
Yeah, I'm terribly sorry, Multi, but I'm having to dismantle your glorious spaghetti mess of conveyor belts because they're just in the way of everything.
That's okay. I'm kind of doing that with trains for the truck problem, so you're good. That's a fairly long trip out there.
Yes, it is.
I walked a lot farther than I thought I did. I'm pretty sure the lady's behind me with a chainsaw. Or she's in a train trying to run me over. I'm not sure which.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea. Thanks for giving
Damn,
me the
I've
idea.
encouraged her.
Well, I'm looking at the map, and I do see that she's approaching your direction.
Yes. Just remember, lady, the deluxe edition has so much more eagle.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Listen to how much I care. Vroom, vroom. Can I take a guess as to what you're doing, lady?
Hmm?
Are you hunting him down in the tractor?
No.
Oh, okay.
I ran out of material. I need a back accident. Do you have any heavy modular frames on you, lady? I need like 10.
Let me look. Yes, I do. And I do have that many.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. I was just trying to look over something when it auto-saved and lagged, and then when it came out of the autosave lag, I got launched.
I'm killing a pest. There we go.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well done.
Perfect. Boom. Seriously? Do you have 2 motors?
Probably. You can come, like,
Actually, I need
I have like
apparently like 20 motors.
let's see. Motors. Do I have motors? Motors or rotors?
Motors.
Motors. Here you go.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I have like almost everything on me.
I tried to, but I used a lot of my stuff on the last time we were playing to get.
Okay, I have
Around.
confirmed that the fuel is in both the outgoing and the fuel slot. You're correct.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what that tractor was doing. But it is full. It is full.
Okay. I've almost got the train station done, and then I'm going to start routing it. I've got to make kind of a cattywampus thing here to get this train station curving the right way. But then I'm going to start loading it up.
Alright.
There we go. I have enough parts. Seriously,
What
I'm
do you
short
need?
3 modular frames.
Regular?
Modular.
Regular modular frames or the heavy ones?
Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
was
heavy
trying to
modular
ask.
frames. Oh, heavy modular frames. Sorry.
Okay, here. Hold on. Here you go. I'm at the.
I don't
I'm on
even
the
see
train
you.
station. I'm on the train station.
Oh. T3. Alright, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Now,
If
see,
it makes you feel better, you can beat me a few times.
aren't you glad I followed you down here?
Yeah, I'm okay if you beat me now. I mean, you gave me the materials and I still the way back, so that's worth a beating.
Oh, hi, Mr. Train. Bye, Mr. Train. That almost went badly.
Oops.
All right.
I can do Mark 3s, okay.
Yeah, I'm still mostly doing Mark 3s.
I just was trying to see what I had in my pocket. I'm breaking this because it doesn't work anyways.
Yeah, the other end of this, the other truck station this was paired with is taken down now.
Okay. Was it supposed to bring back plastic and...
It was this particular one was only supposed to bring fuel, but it was bringing
Okay.
plastic.
Okay.
The,
What about the one next to it? Plastic?
This other one was plastic. Yeah. Yes. Because the big one that's been going back and forth takes plastic, so you take plastic from this one. Should be. It should be this one. Yeah, it's this one right here.
Yeah, the big truck was plastic. The small tractor was supposed to be fuel.
Correct.
Okay.
But the big truck
they're
decided
now
to
gonna
unload
get,
plastic into the fuel thing.
And now
that
get
one-
loaded and unloaded up to about 1,000 at a time, so... Somebody can kill that truck if they want to, you know...
Well, this particular station is chock full of fuel at the moment. So, yeah, I'm not gonna take that down at the moment.
Okay.
You can switch it over to an unload, though, and start pulling fuel out of it.
That's exactly what I was thinking, actually. So I'm working on that.
Okay.
I'm ahead of
Well,
you there.
I'm going to finish up the train instructions and the track, but it's already 2/3 done, so...
Okay, I connected it in the back. I've connected it to the belt that's going to the train. So now it's going to be unloading gradually.
Nice. Maybe I shouldn't have deconstructed that other one, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, I got power.
Yeah, it looks like you did Mark 1 belts for the fuel, so I upgraded it.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Mostly. There's like one belt in the middle that I apparently ran out of steel beams for, but they're mostly that.
Okay, thank you.
Let's see, do I still use them? I do not.
I mean, there's actually
Yes.
a way to make it use a lot of the same line back and forth, but it's kind of tricky, and I just want to get this done, so I'm not doing that.
Okay.
The game's nice to me, I just realized this. I've got an explosive in one hand, a detonator in the other, and I hit the detonator and I don't explode. Oh, well, If you're gonna come back later, you can drive the train. That'd be cool.
Does it have fuel?
They're electric.
It's got
There's
power.
no power. I can't budget the thing.
That's strange.
There's no power.
Thought I had power out.
Don't know, but the thing won't move, so I'm guessing it is not hooked up somewhere.
Yeah.
Where does it hook up at? Train station?
Yeah.
C cable connected to something.
Should be able to get power from the that area itself.
Wait,
There is a gas.
Yeah. He already did that, dear. I'm checking.
It might be the first train station. I'll find out here in about a minute and a half.
Yeah, this
Because the
thing.
first train station was hooked up, so.
This end is definitely hooked up.
That's strange.
Check on this pole here. Yeah, it's got power. Okay. The power poles have power.
Okay.
As far as I can tell,
I'm-
everything's picked up on this end, so. Yeah.
I'm about halfway back.
Okay.
I'll check the power on that end here in a second. Ah! Truckzilla! Oh, you're kidding me.
And there's nothing loaded on the train. Did we know that?
I think he needs a pickup. Did you get run over?
Yeah.
Lady, could you go rescue him?
I don't know if she can. I'm stuck off the map.
Where are you?
I'll try and relog. I'm glitched.
Well, let me just try relogging to start with, and we'll see what's going on.
Yep. I'm a step ahead of you.
I mean, I see you on the map for me.
That's strange. Yeah,
Okay, just
I
stay
don't
there.
know.
I'm coming.
Okay.
Stay there.
I'm still loading back in the game, so. I already jumped out and jumped back in.
Yeah, I can see where you're at. So when you load in, just stay there. I'm coming.
I'm good. I'm good now.
Are you good out?
Yep. When the
Okay.
when the truck hit me, I glitched into a non-existent area.
Then I will stay here because I was waiting with the train originally.
Okay. Well, I don't need too much longer. I'm almost back to the other hub.
Okay.
And then I'll make sure everything gets. Then I'll make sure everything is good to go on the train routing.
Well, it came on. The train came on.
Maybe there was more than one glitch going on.
Who knows?
Yeah, the next step is I gotta get everything to load and unload, but that'll be easy. You said the train has power now, right?
Honk honk. I'm about to
Run me over.
space bar. I was trying to figure out where the brake was.
Oh, you
I'm
can't fly off the track.
I'm right
Okay.
behind you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm almost done. I'll hop on the train and make a few adjustments, and then it'll be good to go.
All right. An assembler? Second assembler. Reinforced iron plates.
Did I just do that backwards? Son of a... Might want to back up a few feet, lady. I done goofed.
I'm working on it.
I'm waiting for you to get off the track, so I don't accidentally. You took out a truck.
That was funny.
Okay.
Is it safe now?
I'm gonna guess by the stoic silence, not.
Oh, my mic was muted. Sorry. You might run over a truck, but, you know, that's okay.
Alright, rotor production will start back up again shortly out here.
Nice.
Mr. Tech guy here, you're in the way. Okay.
I'm set at the train station. You're good. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can do a train jacking. Satisfactory style.
Wish you luck.
And boom!
Ah! What the heck are you doing?
It won't damage trains. I already tested it before. You're invincible in a train. Unless you took damage and I'm not aware of it. Did you actually take damage?
No.
Okay. Alright, thanks. All you gotta do now is put a couple conveyors on this side and I'll handle everything else.
Alright, I've almost got reinforced plates greatly boosted. Potentially.
Okay, edit.
I like kind of quadrupled cable production.
Kind of. Pretty sure you entirely did.
Okay, I did quadruple cable production.
Why do you do this to me? Why is the next stop unreachable?
Because you put down the wrong flavor of stopping post.
Flavor.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I think I know this song. Okay. There we go. Okay. Son of a... Alright, well, I guess I'm tweaking this train for a few minutes. Make sure I didn't miss a track section. Oh yeah, that'll do it.
What the heck is this nightmarish belt line you have set up for these Oh my gosh. So, I've discovered a new thing about Multi-Honey.
Huh?
He's apparently allergic to straight lines, like deathly allergic to straight lines.
What, honey?
But,
I didn't know that was a new fact.
well, it is for me.
You've been to his base recently? Just... What, how recently have you been to his base? You don't know this?
There was only one break in the track, so far so good. I mean, it can't be any worse than that Mobius loop I made in Satisfactory for Geo to find one day.
Oh, I bet you love that.
Big giant circle 8.
I'm just taking this horrible spaghetti mess of belts and I'm just upgrading them to Mark IIIs and pretending it's okay. I don't know if I'm curing a disease or if I'm just spreading it around at this point.
I
don't have any power in it. Oh, right, because the pole that they were junctioned off of. Oh, no.
It's not on the main grid, Gecko.
Yeah, I just found that out. Where's your power at?
Hit ping and look for the nearest oil. Or not oil, but coal.
Coal? Okay.
There's not a hypertube, but there is a fairly well-made road to get there.
I'm seeing several pings that have no, check marks on them.
It should be... There should be one or two over there that have pings on them, because there's still more room to build power plants.
Trying to trace out the lines.
You're going the right way. It's in that giant valley.
Oh, this valley over here?
Yeah, there's a path down.
All right.
Hypertubes are on my to-do list for that base, but it's
Well,
not done yet.
Until the hypertubes are done, the zip line will happen. Oh, hey, I remember this area. Because I came here to get some stuff for the, I had to get coal, I think. I think it was I had to get coal for my, crystal things.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay, lady. I got the train running. The only thing left to do is for you might want to double check and make sure that the right path goes to the right place because I'm kind of afraid to hook it up to the main base.
Dadgummit. There's a downside to having all these manufacturers.
They use a lot of power.
They use a ton of power.
Yeah, I figured that was going to be an issue. But we were having fuel issues, so I was like, hey, let me go fix that first. We all need that.
Well, you know, for making this new recipe, the radio control one, we could reassign one of these for now instead of having these run permanently just for now. Like one of the very end ones. So either the modular engine here, maybe. Actually, I think we have 2 of these making modular engines. Forgot about that. So let's just turn one of these into the radio control unit.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Select recipe. Radio control unit. Okay.
All right. I'm trying to finish writing this, lady. Which one's supposed to be what?
Huh? What?
Which conveyor is supposed to be fuel and which conveyor is supposed to be plastic?
Offhand, don't know. I'd have to come down there.
Okay.
Well, there's
Sorry.
one. There's the truck station that was towards the plastic base.
I'm gonna have to go down there, trust me.
Okay. I'll go ahead and make the conveyors closer to the base. I can do that real easy.
Let's see if I can turn this back on with only one manufacturer.
Okay, I'm just coming down.
All right.
Okay,
Okay, I can't have any of these manufacturers going right. Well,
There is a few bioplants you can use so you can slow start. I forget the term. There's actually like a professional engineering term for it, but I forget what the hell it is. So you can
Yeah.
actually prime it. I built a little grid down there with some of those to prime it.
okay, well, with the manufacturers off. We're right at the edge. What we can consumption we can for the whatever. How much does a manufacturer? 55 megawatts. Okay, how much does a coal plant make? 75. Okay, so I basically have to make a coal plant for every manufacturer.
okay. There you go. I put, signs.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you. Damn it, I did it again. Not you. You're good. Thank you for the signs, lady.
Mm-hmm. Essentially, the left one's fuel and the right one's plastic.
Okay. There we go. Okay, signs. Oh! That is a very convenient sign. Thank you, lady. Does anybody care if I break this truck now?
No. Not if it's been replaced.
I've only got about 3 seconds left to do that, but yeah. It was actually kind of in the way.
Yeah, you can tear it down. I will quench my bleeding heart. Right word? I don't even think that's the right word.
It's your blade.
I was kind of wondering, because half the time you seem pretty mad at those trucks. So I was like, is there a secret love affair with the trucks I'm not aware of?
I think it's I will stop my bleeding heart, not quench.
Maybe.
I mean, if you need to, you could, use a hot poker and try and fix a hole in your heart, but, it's still in your heart, so you're still pretty much out of luck.
I mean, yeah. But we kind of knew that already.
Nah, really? I can't say I knew that.
Oh, well. Now you know. Guess I'm putting too much thought into trying to make it look nice and organized down here at these pole generators. We're literally just stacking things where they fit out in this area. If it fits, just leave it.
That's what she said, I guess.
This one's a real pieces. Okay.
She didn't react, so I don't think so.
Plastic.
I'm busy. 1, 2, 3.
All right, I'm clearing the plastic out of this line to finish this up.
Okay, space.
Okay, I'm gonna build this. There we go. There's a random path that has no floor to get to it. It just makes me nervous looking at it. All right. Du, 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 du. Oh, have you seen the Strange New World Star Trek they come up with yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I've seen critics
That's
saying
good.
it's not very good.
Really? Seriously?
Well, it's mostly just like the attitude of the attitude of the crew towards command. It's awful all the time. Stuff
Yeah,
like
I
that.
mean, you could say that the crew is like a negative attitude towards Starfleet Command, but I mean, Captain Picard had a weak attitude towards Starfleet Command in some of them, so it's kind of a weak argument.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a couple episodes that definitely had some kind of a political theme behind them, but they weren't. I don't know. They weren't horrible. I wasn't impressed with the last 3 episodes as much as I was the last episode. That makes sense. The last episode was really good. I liked it. But the 1 and 2 before it were kind of like, I don't know, one was some kind of political thing, and all they did was sit in there and debate interspace law. And it was kind of,
Okay, all this
Next
needs is the
Generation.
crystal oscillators.
huh?
All this machine needs is the crystal oscillators.
Oh, they're already at the base. You just gotta route them.
By at the base, you mean what?
There's a train station.
The main train hub.
Which is where?
If you go to the main hub, there's actually a connection right there to get you to it. The main hypertube hub has a jump to get to the main train hub.
Okay.
Yep. Alright, that should fix the plastic for this.
Alright, that is 2 more coal generators brought online. I'm gonna bring 2 more online before I call this good.
Okay. I think next time I'll have to focus more on getting things going for computers and supercomputers out there.
Now, I just need to warn you, manufacturers, it's basically one coal plant to a manufacturer.
Why on earth does this tube go underwater? Okay.
Because he's organized like that, okay?
I want the view. It was quite scenic.
Yeah, I figured that's why you did it. Where?
Actually, it did look really nice.
Where is this taking me? I feel like I'm just going,
Underwater.
it's like I'm just going to the Caterium base. Oh, is it not? Oh, it is near the Caterium base. This is right near the Caterium base, actually. Yeah, and then you just hit a rock, apparently, as you get out. Okay.
Yep.
Uh-huh. So, I questioned. How on earth am I going to get this from this location to that location?
By not following the hypertube.
Not following the I would say with a belt would be my answer to that.
We're both just full of great ideas today.
Because you're totally not obvious.
Hey, I figured somebody else could make the belt after I got it across probably half of the map.
So, I think what actually what I'm going to do is I want to follow the Caterium wire line, because you were very close to that area. Anyway, you're right next to it.
Alright. There we go.
Is this an output belt here? What is...
That is an output belt.
Okay, and it just stops right there.
Yeah, I just routed it so you could find it. But beyond that, I left it up to y'all. Because I didn't know where y'all needed it, so.
Yeah, I'm noticing this.
Well, at the time, we didn't have anywhere we actually needed it, so I just was kind of getting ahead of the game a little bit.
This is going to be interesting.
Okay, hypertubes. How much hypertube do I have before I start this? Oh, that's not nearly enough. That won't get me halfway there. Okay. Yeah, trains are actually more resource efficient than hypertubes, but hypertubes are just faster for moving people, so.
Oh, I just discovered why these other two coal generators were underperforming.
Something I did horribly?
No.
Oh, well,
I forgot to hook them up to the grid. There was no connection for them to make any power.
Ah. Well, that would certainly make things more interesting than one once. I don't need SAM more in my pocket. Don't need heat sinks in my pocket.
What are heat sinks even useful for?
They're part of a higher tech, but I don't remember beyond that. There's something I think we need for something in the next tier. But I could be wrong about that. So.
I ran out of steel beams.
What'd you run out of?
Steel beams, belts, material.
You need some? Or, well, I'm not near you.
I'm probably closer to the base than I am to you. Don't worry about it.
All right.
All right. Producing what I hope is significantly more power than we're going to use when I bring these manufacturers online.
Yeah, and I didn't want to crash the main base, so that's kind of why I made them a second grid, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Trying to help.
Well, I was having fun setting up all the fuel generators. We have began draining fuel. I was hoping that we could have like a ton of fuel in reserve or something like that. But we got uranium processing going. That's still a hot way out.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you could glitch out of the tube right here, that'd be awesome. Please. No. Darn.
This game is starting to glitch out my system so hard, it's not even properly registering inputs anymore. It seems like, time to time.
That just means it loves you.
Sure.
There it is. Sure, I'll trade that.
Son yelling.
Oh, okay.
See-
I thought that was
see-
my son yelling.
Drums up more drama than we can actually. In it.
Isn't that, normal? Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Funny.
This is true.
Especially as tends to mimic either me or people he watched. Just playing Dota with a pub group. Son showed up to watch and is just sitting there saying all kinds of things. They go, "Wow, is your son like a pro Dota player or whatever?" And I was like, "Well, he's a pro backseater."
It's funny.
They were like, "Well, he certainly got that down." Got one manufacturer up and running.
Wrong way! Okay. Not exactly sure what to do with that glitch.
Darn it. Wait, power production just fell off dramatically. I don't know.
Yeah, if you don't prime those plants just right, they're a little tricky.
Had everything like loaded up and ready to go, and they were running.
Huh.
Like it was all running. It was producing 600 megawatts. Now it's back down to 450. One of them's showing a red light. Not getting any water. Getting no water.
This game is so much fun.
What's happening now?
Nothing too exciting, unfortunately, but this game is just always fun.
Very true. Let's turn these back on. Alright. It's now holding. Alright, I've now got a power storage thingy to start storing up any excess power. Might I'll have to go
Alright.
figure out why. Plants aren't producing enough power. Always nice to have a good project.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad your workshop was at the roof phase. Mine is still at the digging out a place to put it phase. I did
Yeah,
put 2 walls on in the last 3 months, though. Oh, I'm sorry. One wall and 1 door. There we go.
hey, that's not nothing.
It feels like it. I won't lie.
Well, it's taken me a month, I think. It feels like it's been almost. And I've got about half the shingles on. I'm enjoying my baby steps as well.
And I've had to do a lot of house cleaning and some other projects that came up, so I haven't had time to necessarily devote to it as much as I want to. But
I've had problems with heat. Lady can attest. The other day, I got home, work, and I remember I talked to her for a little bit, and then I felt a little bit like unsteady, but I caught myself and felt fine. She says, no, I did not look fine. I looked like my eyes were rolling back into the back of my head and I was about to fall over.
oh,
We're staggering.
probably.
Yeah.
We're staggering.
So,
Eyes were half closed, that sort of thing.
says what I know.
That's the one thing that is kind of an advantage to where I've been putting my workshop. It's partially in the ground, so it never gets too hot.
Well, it doesn't get hot. Well, it gets really hot out in my shop, but it's just been hot outside in general.
Yeah.
104, 105, no wind, full sun.
Jeez. No wind and full sun.
Some humidity too, because we've had.
Yeah,
some
it's significant
rain.
amount of humidity. Yeah, because we've had a lot of rain. And I've been assured, and my boss warned me, you know, rest up and eat my Wheaties over the weekend, because this week could be a real bad one.
That's always lovely.
So... always fun having to be the guy in charge, too.
Yeah. That can be advantageous at times. As long as you got good guys working for you. If you don't, that's a nightmare.
Well, see, the problem is, you know, we might have some good guys working for us, but when there aren't very many of them, it just doesn't matter. Because you just can't get anything done just because you don't have enough guys to do everything.
It's a real problem.
Yeah.
Oh, don't glitch out. Let me jump on the train. Let me... Ah! Why do you do this to me? I was trying to catch the train back.
My brothers-in-law, like Geo and such, have all said that, like, you know, the ultimate hypertube is one that is just a whole bunch of entrances chained together.
Yeah, they aren't kidding. If you do that, it'll make you go stupid fast. The problem is the faster you get, the more the game lags.
Yeah, well, I experienced that coming out here to your base, if you remember. Had a little bit of a freak out. Because the world geometry didn't load when I came out the end of the hypertube. So I just got flung into the void. I only barely managed to escape dying. Because, I escaped dying. No, I had a jetpack, and so I was able to fly up on top of one of the other machines. Wait for it to load in. I need... Hey, sweet.
Made it. Whew.
Back down to the power plants to put down some more water extractors, I guess.
It's a lot calm. It's a lot of calm to just ride the train.
Yeah.
Jump in a hyper tube. It's not bad. But I don't know, there's something soothing about the train.
Well, for one thing, it doesn't lag the game out as badly. It's
No, not usually.
not as
Unless
lurchy.
you go over a cliff, but
Of course, why would anyone near a train to go over a cliff? Be a very special type of person to do that.
I may or may not know one of those people. The train actually goes over a cliff on the way back. Took me a while. Honestly, I didn't have a better way to put it because of where the track went, so I had to run with it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd say I have all the plastic cleaned up on the fuel line. I built a little spot to clean it up, and that worked out well. I'm loving the storage box thing that lady made and you made. That's my favorite thing. I'm just doing minor things at the moment, nothing too exciting.
Storage box thing?
Storage area.
Storage unit? Okay.
Yeah,
Storage area.
that's one of my favorite things. Okay, I need steel tubes. I mean, depending on where I'm closer to, I'll go to my old house, or I'll go to the main storage, depending on what I'm after. But it's still really helpful. Although I'm not quite sure why steel pipe is. Oh, I'm dumb. Never mind. It's all good. It helps if you read. Okay.
Hey, there we go. I've actually got water now reaching the new plants that I've put. Now they're actually able to start producing power fully.
Yeah, I
Well-
see what you mean about the lag on the hypertube sometimes.
Well, I have news.
Oh,
Look at our milestone.
nice.
Oh, nice.
Not done, obviously. It's going to take a while, but they're producing.
Cool.
I'll be right back.
I'm out of copper sheets, and I don't have any ingots to beat into sheets. Crafting thing.
There's some in my house and the main storage. That's the only two I know of. There's no sheets out there yet. Your best bet is the hypertube to my house. That's going to be the closest one. But then you have to know where it's at in my house, so maybe the main storage is better.
Yeah, very possible. I'll just disassemble some of these unnecessary pumps that I put in to try and help with things, only for them to just not. And now I'm out of copper sheets. Any unnecessary bits of...
I can try and bring you some copper sheets here in about a minute and a half. I should be done with what I'm fixing by then. But we might, it's getting a little late. We might have to finish before too long.
Yeah, I'm trying to delay as long as I can. I want to try and get this going.
I'm good for a little bit longer, at least.
Production is still stuck exactly at where it was before. 450 megawatts. Not all the plants producing.
Yeah, power's a little tricky out there, I'll admit that.
I have to say, I do enjoy the lack of stress associated with the fuel generator. It's quite nice where you just hook fuel up to them. They just start running.
I can make life easier.
Hey, check out what I found.
Hard drive?
A copper refinery. There is a constructor making sheets out here, so I have 200 sheets now. It's finished.
Oh, did you make one?
No. Been here.
Oh.
It doesn't go to anything.
Oh, it just goes to a box?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't even have a box on it. It's just there.
Huh.
But it can store 200.
I guess oh, there's a power plant out there, isn't there? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I was trying to remember why the heck I even had that. Why did I don't remember even making that? That makes sense now. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had a way to make power plants.
Yeah. And we put the pump in. Pump up to... There we go.
That is the one nice
rate
thing
on
about building this way of transportation.
that.
Hypertubes, you only have to build one way.
Yeah.
Come on, just a few more steps. There we go. Alright, that's done. We now have a hypertube from the main hub to the plastic manufacturing station, should we ever need it.
Alright, well now we have all these power plants up and going. Should be able to run at least some of these manufacturers built.
Okay. Organization. There we go.
So out of curiosity,
Mm-hmm.
can you have one train multiple cargo cars that's dedicated to pulling like different types of cargo?
Yes, you can. I've done it.
Okay.
We can upgrade our main track and do that. You can actually have multiple trains on the same track too if you take the time. But I'll admit that's tricky. I've done it, but it's tricky.
Yeah, it seems kind of risky just off of the basis of if you don't get your timing right, all the trains are going to stack up behind one train at a station.
Yes and
Because
no.
there's not enough loading and unloading time allotted for for
What you can
everything.
do is you cut down the delay time after the pickup to like 5 seconds, and then it's not really an issue. But if you leave it at 15, it's a pain.
Okay.
Found that out the hard way. All right, well, if you ever need to go there, that hypertube's done. It goes all the way from the main hypertube hub to the oil.
Right.
I think that was the only thing we had that didn't have a hypertube. It was long transit.
Right. That makes 3 manufacturers online. That's all I trust to bring online. I don't think I'll be able to bring any. Oh, wait, no. We're still well below our production capacity. Okay. Settling now.
The view against the oil is actually quite lovely. I just named that hypertube the scenic route, but I put an icon for fuel. So I honestly say it's some of the most beautiful scenery I've ever seen in this game.
The route
If
out
you
to
look
the route out to the fuel base.
yeah, if you look opposite the cliff face, if you just look at the cliff face, it's boring. But if you look opposite the cliff face as you go, there's trees, there's terrain changes, there's waterfalls.
Yeah. Well,
It's
it's quite
quite lovely.
nice.
Mushroom trees. I mean, the only thing that looks better than this is Subnautica in certain zones. So
Yeah. Half
that's
of
one
me
of my
keeps wanting
therapy
to
games I play. I'm gonna have to play that again.
half of me keeps wanting to say, yeah, you know, Subnautica. I think this is made by the same devs. At the same time, I don't think it is.
I mean, I think there was some inspiration of concept share between because it just looks so wonderful.
Yeah.
All right.
There was one game. Oh, the developers of Natural Selection 2. I hadn't heard anything from them in a little bit, and I was like, huh, I wonder what they're doing now that Natural Selection is just kind of like gone by the wayside. What have they done? Oh, they developed Subnautica. I was like, oh, right, okay, yeah, they're fine. Subnautica and Subnautica Below Zero.
I haven't played Below Zero yet. I think that's gonna work. That's gonna be my therapy money this month. I'm gonna spend it and buy Sub-Zero.
Hmm.
I don't know why, but Subnautica is one of those games that's just so calming. It's very therapeutic by itself.
Yeah.
I've never actually finished the game because I don't want to.
Yeah.
Every time I play it, I get a little farther along in the main storyline, and then I'll quit playing because I don't want it to end.
Yeah.
That might be a little weird, but I mean, you already know I'm a little weird, so
Yeah, what's new?
what's the news? I've de- I've depleted a lot of the copper at the main base.
What did you do?
The copper sheets, I used 2,000 of them.
Oh.
I just picked up another 1,000.
They'll come back.
Alright, main base. Fish and chips. There we go. All right, heading back your way.
Right.
Gonna streamline a few things there. And you know, it's kind of funny, but that's. I mean, I've done a few things here and there, but most of what I've been doing the last few sessions is trains and hypertubes, and I mean, we need them, so it's not a loss.
Yeah.
But
Not a loss at all.
I was actually thinking about adding something you can be doing with trains that doesn't require extra trains. It's really interesting to do. Is make one train station 3 long, make one train station 4 long. Okay, and then on the 4 long train station, load up a material. Okay, and then at your main hub, have a station that's 5 long. And then car 4 is always going to be material A, and car 5 is always going to be material B. That works really well. You don't have to route new train routes or anything like that. You just have to add a few extra pieces on the end of the train, on the train station, really. So that might be something I did with the bauxite to get that back. If that vehicle starts malfunctioning, I'll just do that with the bauxite. But I haven't heard anybody complain about that one.
I don't even know if I have the bauxite even automated right now, because we're not really using a lot of it.
Okay.
Because it uses alclad aluminum sheets and aluminum casings. And I've followed the buses, and we don't have anything pulling off of those yet, so not really even a thing I've thought about.
Well, I know we need it for the highest tier conveyor we have so far. The aluminum cladding, I think it is.
Yeah, we definitely need that for like the Mark V.
That might be something for next time. Then is to add an extra car to the train. That's easy.
All right.
Compared
Well,
to
when you come on out here, I'm impressed to see what you think of what I've done with the place.
I'm on my way. I'm passing the glow now. I took the hypertube.
We're still
I'm
not
sure it'll be
like,
a hell of a lot more organized, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that.
We're not at like peak organization or.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't expect it when you start on one of my bases.
This thing is. I have worked to keep everything working as quickly as I can.
Okay. So. I'm here.
Alright, so first thing I did is I brought more miners online for the iron.
Okay.
Let's see. I have a Mark II there, a Mark II over there, and then because of power restrictions, I have a Mark I here.
Gotcha.
There's actually a 4th impure iron node over there. Can add that in if we need.
There's a bunch of iron out here. That's one of the reasons why I picked this spot. Is there's actually a decent amount of resources here.
Yeah, well, they're all impure nodes, but that's still a decent amount of iron, just 4 nodes. So we have I have 7 smelters set up here, making iron. So that's a pretty simple thing. We come over here, and we have 2 constructors making iron plates. And, okay, for some reason, only one of them is empty. That's... and then the rest of these are all making screws. I say the rest of them. There's 2 that are making plates. There's 1 that's making rods. The rest are all making screws for the reinforced plates.
Oh, nice.
Then I have 3 assemblers over here, next to where you started. There's 3 assemblers over here making the reinforced plates. Still just have the 1 making rotors, just because they're going into a box and handy to have on hand, but we don't exactly need to worry about tons of those. I'm also running the alternate. There's a lot of those around. I'm also running the alternate cast screw recipe, where you go straight from ingots to screws. You don't have to do rods in the middle.
Oh, that's very convenient. That saves a lot of construction time.
Saves a lot of construction time. Also saves a lot on power, which is limited out here, as I have come to find.
Yeah, it's not infinitely powered, but I bet what we needed to get the basics going, but I was trying not to put more than I had to keep everything else going you guys needed. So.
And we have all 4 of these manufacturers out here running. And although the plates have not saturated, every single one of them has the demand satisfied. So
Okay.
they aren't just idling. Yeah, it is producing.
64%. Not bad for this base. Actually, for this base, it's pretty damn good. Oh, 100%. Okay. Damn.
Yeah.
I like it. Nice, crisp, clean. I mean, when I first came out here, I didn't have enough concrete to lay foundations with me.
Yeah.
So, just like every base,
Well,
it gets much better over time.
I'm pretty sure I've done you proud over at the coal plants, though. As far as just making what works work, what fits works.
All right. I'll go check it out 1 second.
All right.
I want to fix this here real quick. This poorly set up catwalk. Foundations, walls, architecture. There we go. I guess I'll make a small transit hub here. It takes a while to get the power plant, and there's a couple other things out here in this area that are 1,000 to 2,000 meters away. So it'll make more sense to route something than to walk every time. Alright, I'm hypertubing over to the power plant.
Hypertube down there?
Ah, it glitched again. Well, if you look at the main base, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's still in work. Instead of walking there, I just started building a hypertube there.
Oh, okay. I don't remember this being a hole. Got stuck in. Doesn't look like it got stuck, so.
I think that's one Lady actually explored. Oh no, that was the other base. That's where I got confused and Lady was on one side of the screen and I was on the other.
You can get a preview from down here. I put things where it fit. But at the very least, all the conveyors are being fed out through Mark IIIs. So.
Oh man, that's quite nice.
Eventually, I might upgrade some pipes to Mark IIs, but I haven't seen any need to use Mark IIs at any point in this game. So.
Oh, the miners?
Pipes.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, we have Mark II pipelines that use plastic. It can transport 300 meters per cubic meters of fluid per minute, as opposed to 300. But I haven't had any need to do so. I don't know. I don't think the pumps even necessarily
can do that.
Run that much. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. I wish there was a way to put a timer switch on these hypertube launchers. Do you know what I mean or not?
Like something you just turn them on for a time and then they shut off again?
Yeah, like you turn them on for like 15, 20 seconds or whatever, and then they just shut off.
Yeah.
Because over time we built a bunch of them. They use a couple hundred kilowatts.
That's
This
not very
aptitude's a
much.
death-defying feat. It's not, but still power.
Well, it's a couple hundred kilowatts that they use, and the machines produce power in the megawatt range. It's not really a major concern, honestly. Alright, so yeah. Things seem to
Well,
be stable at the oscillator base.
I think you made some significantly awesome upgrades to it, Gecko.
Why, thank you.
I think it needed it.
I am very much inclined to believe it did, yes. Whee!
Oh, that's over there.
Spit. Whee!
Okay. Next thing, I guess, on this base is going to be computers. Specifically to the end goal of supercomputers.
We've already got computers being made at the base. Boost production there.
Alright. I mean, that's an option too. I could pick up computers at the main base and make them into supercomputers. Let me go see what's needed to do that.
Yeah, maybe we can.
We definitely need to boost production of computers at the main base, though. There's not a lot of them, but they're not.
We only have one manufacturer making them, but that's just because we haven't needed any.
Right.
Like what's happening now, where it's, you know, we had to have, like, we're gonna have to have like 700 supercomputers crafted into something else.
Classic Satisfactory.
Yep.
Also Factorial when you think about it.
Yes, very much. Very much so.
I finally finished a game with my wife the other day.
Oh, you did? You launched the satellite, huh?
We launched the rocket.
Yep. Did you do it on one of the nests that has biter, or one of the worlds that has biters on it?
Yeah.
Okay. I routinely turn those things off these days just because they're such a pain to deal with.
Well, they're certainly not the funnest thing in the world to deal with, but the game gets too easy without some kind of challenge.
Well, it depends on what I'm going for. Like when Jacob and I ultimately did our huge rail world, we did turn the biters off entirely and got rid of them in order to save on CPU power. This was a map that was so big, like you could hop into a train, like one of the nuclear fuel rod powered trains, fastest it can go. You go from one end of the base to the other end, you know, from the one end station at one end to a station at the far end, and I think it still took like 20 minutes or something to get from one end of the base to the other. These huge rail lines that we built. Like everything was being transferred by trains, and the base was starting to get to the point to where we were looking at having, like, the trains that were transporting stuff around the base were going to be the small ones. And those were going to be the ones that were 4 cars long. But those ones were going to be supplied by trains that were 12 cars long, and those 12-car trains were going to be supplied by trains that I think were going to be like 150 cars long or something like that. Like, everything was Jacob had everything ratioed out, or Geo had everything ratioed out. And the problem is, we were starting to get to a point where we were having difficulty producing power. But I built a nuclear power station. I decided I was gonna figure it out. I was gonna knuckle down, and I was gonna figure out how to make these nuclear powered plants with the steam turbines working.
Okay.
Then we hit a cap that we did not know was a cap. Turns out at the time there was a
the
flow.
water, right?
Yep, there was a flow rate limit on water. The maximum amount of water we could move per tick, and we were well over that.
Oh. I think it died.
Something made the battery pulse.
Oh, lady left. That's what I heard.
Oh. You've added something to... Okay, you've added something to this that's now routinely starting to pull from power storage.
I added the, you're gonna laugh. All I added in was the, hypertubes.
Okay. No, I'm gonna start up this biomass burner then real quick. Because I want to keep from risking having another blackout happen. All right.
Yeah,
well,
a computer takes a ton of components. Although, if we find an alternate recipe, it's pretty easy to make. There's one that only takes circuit boards and crystal oscillators.
Oh wow. Well, we'll have to look into that next time. I'm going to go ahead and say that we are good to call it now because we have. I have gotten the crystal oscillators producing at a pretty regular rate.
Mm-hmm.
Significant number of them on the belts at any given time. And, yeah.
Okay. Well, sounds good to me. I think next time I'll work on producing stuff on the Caterham line for you all. That'll be supercomputers.
Cool.
And geothermal generators.
That would be helpful too. Yes, I do think we would appreciate that.
It would make a lot more base construction sites more feasible and a lot faster. I guess that's why, it's at the bottom of the Caterham tech. It's not easy. But
yeah.
we're close. We're not actually far from that, so.
Yeah, no, I was looking through it, and we've got... We're to the end of the trees of most of those research trees.
We have to get supercomputer to get geothermal generator.
Yikes.
And high-speed connector. But I can get high-speed connector next time. That's just a click. We got all that lying around. That's not a big deal. So I guess I'll be mamming it.
Oh, all right. Live long and prosper.
Oh, I forgot all about it.
Aha! Got him. All right. Well, calling it a night. Have a good one, man.
All right. You too.
And thanks everybody else for coming out to watch. Have a good rest of your weekend. I hope to see you all for the next stream. Have a good rest of your weekend, everybody. Goodbye.